Amazing. Let me just mute everyone. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to continue to read from Reshit Chochma. We study from the Gate of Love. We continue to talk about it. It's a part of the preparation for Rosh Hashanah, for the holidays, but that type of consciousness we can use the entire year. We know one of the main thing we need to work on ourselves when we're talking about the desire to receive oneself alone. You know, many times we mention it, but we need to pay more attention to it, especially now when we're preparing ourselves to the holidays, to Rosh Hashanah, to receiving all the blessings and energy and sustenance, kids, relationships, everything that we're looking for to manifest in the next year. For sure, we want to come ready with a prepared vessel to have a different, like the Rav say, different cassette for next year, different movie. But if I'm coming with the same me to Rosh Hashanah, so what I can take for next year? The same me to Rosh Hashanah. I just did the amazing connections and I feel happy in the holidays, but it can be the same movie or, you know, sometimes a little bit maybe different, but we want really to change ourselves. And when we're talking about the energy of love, it's all about, first of all, you know, right, to work toward the light with love, pure love, with no agenda. Also, we said we do it with people, but also we want, in order for us to do it, we want to start to open our heart. Open our heart, one of the main things with opening our heart, it's to have the capacity to let someone else, or let's say it in different ways, to have more patience toward the other person. So I have the capacity in my heart to listen more, to give the other person the space to change. Sorry, even to give myself the chance to change. So if I'm doing things and I'm falling, or I promise to myself I will do something and suddenly I can't because, you know, the opponent was for a few seconds stronger than me and I did a short circuit. Okay, remember what Rav used to say, remind yourself all the time, I know I'm not okay, let's continue. Let's continue, okay. It's like, you know, a game. So when the other team score, what do? You sit on the grass and you're crying? No, okay, so 1-0, okay. They take the ball from the net, put it in the middle, the game continue. Now they want to score. The intention need to be all the time, I want to score. I want to cleave myself with the Creator. I want to be a better version of myself. Yes, along the way, I'm doing and I will do mistakes. We are human beings. So I'm going to fall. But I'm going to stand up and continue. The most important thing is to continue moving forward all the time, because the energy of the light entering every day in a strong way into the cosmos, into Earth. So I need to move forward and to in line with the energy of the Creator. So if we sit back and we dealing with things from the past and crying about it and dealing with it, and so it means we stuck. The train left and we sitting and crying instead of, like, you know, different trains coming and we sit and still crying about, oh, I missed the first train, oh, what I'm going to do. Yeah, the second train coming, you're still crying about what? The first train that left. So you're missing the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, because you're still dealing with what? With the first train you lost, right? You missed. So the thing is, in life, yes, we missed opportunities sometimes, but more opportunities coming up toward us because the light sending us more openings, more windows to cleave ourselves, to connect. Yes, we need to understand, okay, I did mistake, do repentance, let's continue. So one of the things that the Kabbalah is telling us, you know, and it, like I told you, it's a really large amount of pages. That's just speaking about love. I think to finish this book, we need the whole year, but I hope we can take a few points that to remind ourselves to work with those points during the weekdays. הרי מבואר במעלת העובד מאהבה שזוכה לנועם העליון אשר עין לא ראתה. It says that the person that works toward the light, to love, from love, he will receive the upper noam, the upper energy, that no one can see that pleasure with his physical eyes. Because, why he says physical eyes? Because sometimes we look outside, right? We look outside and we see what there is in the 1%, and we feel that if I have that thing, I will be happy. If I have that thing, I will love more. I see it and suddenly I love it, right? I don't have it in my position yet, and I think I love it. Sometimes, I would call when a person is, when he loves someone from the first sight, we call it falling in love, right? Why are they using the term falling? How can I love something from the first sight? Love. I can say I like it. It's look nice. I feel the energy of it. But to say I love is a spiritual level. So to love something, I need to use it. I need to talk with it. I need to have the experience with it to see like if I really have the connection with. Yeah. So there is the first touch, the first like click. But we're using the terms I love it. So he's saying that the energy of the love that the person can receive from the Creator, none of the people on earth could see with their own eyes that type of pleasure. So whatever we think that thing can give me pleasure, love, energy, this is still limited. So from the point of the light, he can give us so much that is not limited from the point of love and blessings. ושמעתי ממורי עליו השלום טעם יותר מבואר למעלת העובד מאהבה. And I heard from my teacher that about the energy that the person receives from the light of the Creator when he works with love. והוא כי העובד מאהבת מלכו של עולם לא לתוחלת שכר בעולם הזה ולא לתוחלת שכר בעולם הבא אלא מאהבה לבד. And if a person work not to receive nothing in this world or in the upper world, just to work toward the Creator just from the place of love. הקדוש ברוך הוא בעצמו משלם שכרו. So he says, if we do that, the Creator by himself pays the other person his reward, his energy. שאם עושה בשביל שכר העולם הזה ובשביל שיהיה לו עושר ובנים, הנה הוא נוטל שכרו בעולם הזה. Because if person doing it just because he needs something in this world, so he will receive, but he's going to have it just in this world. Even he want wealth or kids, so he receive it just in this world. הנה הוא נוטל שכרו בעולם הזה, so he receive here, he receive his reward. כמו שהעולם הזה קלה ועבד בעולם הזה, כך שכרו קלה ועבד בעולם הזה. So when he leaves the world, so also the reward will stay in the world. He's not going to take it with him because he worked toward the light just to have energy in this world or benefits. ואם עושה בשביל גן עדן, שכרו על ידי עולם המלאכים משמשים את הגן. And if he will do to receive energy in the upper world, like he said, I'm doing everything from love because I want to go, after I leave the world, I want to be with the Creator in Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden. He will receive his reward from the world of the angels, the world of the angels, because the angels, he said, those angels that work in the garden, so he will receive from the world of the angels that work in the garden. But if he worked toward the Creator to receive the love of the Creator, that needs to be our intention. I'm doing everything I'm doing because I want to receive the love of the Creator and to connect myself with the love of the Creator. He cleave his soul with the endless, and all of his attributes to cleave himself to be one with the Creator. And this is why his reward, his energy will come from the upper world, from the Creator, to cleave himself with the light. והנ"ל בביאור עניין זה יותר, כי כל אחד כפי מעשיו, כך יזכה לעתיד. Each one according his actions. Now he says his actions. According his actions, he going to receive. He going to have the merit to the world to come. אם זכה לנפש לבד, הרי מנוחתו במקום הנפשות בחצר מוות. If he going to connect just with the nefesh, again, what is the nefesh? Is the lowest level of our soul. So he's going to receive from the level of the nefesh. He called that place Chatzar Mavet, the garden of death. This is what he called it here. ואם זכה לרוח יזכה לגן עדן, if the person will cleave himself and he will have the merit to cleave himself with the level of the ruach, the spirit, he will connect to the garden of Eden. ואם זכה לנשמה, and if he will cleave himself, he have the merit and cleave himself with the soul, the level of the soul, according to his actions, he will have the merit to go up to the upper Garden of Eden. There are a few levels in Garden of Eden. This is the upper Garden of Eden. והזוכים אל הנשמה נקראים אוהבים. And those that reveal the level of soul, those are the ones that have been called the lovers. They work toward the Creator because they want the love of the Creator. כדי פירוש הרשב"י עליו השלום, להנחיל אוהבה יש, אילן דנשמתה קדישה בהו עיין שם. אלא שהנשמה הקדושה שורה בתוכם אלה, like those that the holy soul exist inside of them. ומה שכתוב, דעם הדורעון התקשר בכלא, שהרי מדורם קשור בחול. They connecting with everything. פירוש, כל מדור ומדור שבגן עדן יונק ממידה פלונית, ונקשר באותה המידה כפי המצווה אשר עשה. So when a person works toward the light to receive the love of the Creator, and he achieved the level of the soul, he says that he cleave himself with that level of the upper holiness. And each level over there, receiving from each precept that the person is doing, he cleave himself and receive all the energy for each precept that he is doing in that world. ונקשר באותה המידה כפי המצווה אשר עשה, according the precept he did, according the good deed that the person did. אמנם מדור החסידים הוא מדור שונק מכל האצילות. The level of the Hasidim, the level of the righteous, he is the level that receive from all the level of אצילות, ונקשר בו כולו, מטעם שגרם לייחד כל האצילות, כדי פירוש וסליג על כולה ועולה על כולם. מציאות המדור הזה הוא למעלה מכל שאר המדורות. והחסיד רבי יוסף יעבץ עליו השלום כתב במשנת אל תהיו כעבדים המשמשים על מנת לקבל פרס. One of the righteous, he says, Rabbi Yosef Ya'abatz, he says, don't work toward the light in a way that you want to receive a reward. You know, he says, don't be like a slave that want to receive a reward, and this is why you're doing your work. And he says, וכן במשנה כל אהבה שהתלויה בדבר, דברים הצריכים אל אהבה, ולכן ראיתי להעתיק מכסדם מוכרחים אל הדרוש שאנו בו. כתב במשנת אל תהיו ז"ל, אמר ז"ל, כתיב, גדול עד שמם חסדך. He says, you know, the thing is that we know that sentence that when we have love that depend on a certain intention, like if I will receive that, so I will love it, I will love you, or we love the thing, we love the work, we love whatever. So it depends on something. It depends on reward. So when the reward, if you remove the reward, so also you remove the love, because if the love is dependent on something, now if the something doesn't exist, so there's no love. Let's say if a person, he fall in love with someone that, let's say, I'm just giving this example, let's say, have a lot of money, okay? So somehow people love people that have a lot of money, and they got married, and they, you know, have their life together. And suddenly, let's say the person lost all of his money. Now it's a big test. If it's real love, they will continue. They will fight together. If now it wasn't the real love, it was love because just of the money. Now it will happen. You think it will be the same way before, or it will be really worse, and maybe even divorce, right? So we have in our consciousness, because as Rav explained, the desire to receive oneself from it mixed with like a salad with everything else. It's very hard for us to differentiate, during the day, where we're coming from. Because yes, we are good people, but we need to be more exact and to really to check before we doing things, before we operating, before we saying something. We have to check what's going on, in my mind. This is why we're talking a lot of times in Kabbalah about restriction. Restriction doesn't have to be now for forever. It can be like, maybe you need to restrict for 1 minute to check why I want to say. Maybe I will find out I'm coming with total agenda. So maybe I should say something else. How long it takes to think about it? A few seconds, we can check, but I need to remember to do it, because we don't many times operate like that. So it's not built in, it's not like a second nature, but we can earn it as a second nature by us starting to practice. So if I can check myself with other people and other situations, where I'm coming from, what are my thoughts, what is my agenda, why I want to say what I want to say. Again, in seconds, just think about it, ask yourself those questions. We can start to focus our energy and to be more exact. And we can align ourselves with the light of the Creator. One, we will feel better about that decision, that moment. Second, we will start to receive the message from the light. And also he says what? If we have the love of the light, we cleave ourselves with the level of neshama, third level, the level of neshama. Then we receive from the upper world, from the upper of Garden of Eden. And each precept, each good deed, we connect in the energy, and also we give to the upper world. It's a circuitry. We give the energy and receive energy. It's amazing, right? So most of the work we're doing, usually during the day, most of it's outside. Meetings, dealing, contracts, whatever we're doing. We need to start to work for the outside, but from the inside. To work on the inside, and then to create better outside, better outcome. Because everything we want to have love in it. We want to have fulfillment. So if I don't want just the 1%. I don't want just the deal. I don't want just the house. I don't want just the get married. I want the energy to come with it. Because really, really, we don't want just the 1%. We know it. But still we're doing what? Many times, unfortunately, we're hurting ourselves. Because we think, no, it will be okay. Don't worry. Okay? If it's with food, with drinks, with sleeping, with deals, with marriage, with different contracts with people, different relationships, we need to understand and to remind ourselves, we can't do this work without the love of the Creator. We can receive from different areas, that will be fine. But if I'm not fine with it, if I want more, if I want really to cleave myself with the light, I need to start practicing and to make sure where I'm coming from, as the Kabbalah is saying here. And I don't want to come from a place of neediness. I don't want to come from a place that I have agenda right now. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. No, I want to do my connections with the Creator every day. Why? Because I want to cleave myself with the love of the Creator. I want to cleave myself with the level of the soul. I don't want to cleave myself with the level of my nefesh, and not even from the ruach. So we're still in the nefesh, we kind of, have still the desire to receive oneself alone, but we want to take ourselves from that place, then to climb to the ruach, and from the ruach to climb to the soul. What the Kabbalah is telling us, they're giving us the GPS, how we can receive more blessings, and how we can download those blessings, not just for me, for the people around me, for my city, for my neighborhood, and for the entire world. But first, it starts from me. It starts from us. So let's take that advice. I think he make a good point here. That's something we can check ourselves. This week, let's really pay attention where I'm coming from. with my actions, with my thoughts, with my words. Let's check ourselves. Do restriction, few seconds, few minutes if you can, just before you answer, before you making decisions, especially right now in those 3 weeks, right? We can transform ourselves, transform the negativity into positivity. So we should do more restriction to cleave ourselves with the light, to receive the blessings of the love of the light, and then I can influence more people, more energies, to bring more light down to earth and to transform negativity into positivity. Okay? So let's open our microphones to wish each other Chodesh Tov and Shabbat Shalom. It's the new moon. Tonight is the new moon of Av, Chodesh Av, right? So you can open your mics, say Chodesh Tov, Shabbat Shalom.
Chodesh Tov, Shabbat Shalom, guys.
Chodesh Tov, Shabbat Shalom.
Kodesh Tov, Shabbat Shalom.
Just a
Love
reminder,
and light.
we are like 1 month,
Thank you, teacher.
months and a half before Rosh Hashanah. Just a reminder.
Yeah.
All the best, everyone. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
Shabbat
Bye
Shalom.
bye.
Thank
Shabbat
you,
Shalom.
Michael. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Love and light, everybody.